guys, it's Casey and welcome to the start of another weekly reading vlog. So today is Sunday, September 19th. I'm on it. And it is getting pretty late into the evening, but I wanted to go ahead and start this vlog. Want to talk briefly about what my reading plans are for the week and then get into just like how things are going this week for me. So my very first reading goal is to finish Red Rising. So I started this on Friday. I'm currently on page 141. I've read only about like 30 pages of this or something like that today. Not as much as I would want, but I've got some time this evening. I just started part 3 and I don't know how long that part is, so we'll see. My goal is to get to page like 200 tonight, something like that. The other thing that I need to read this week is House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. I'm not gonna go get it because it's across the room and I'm lazy, but I have to read this one this week because it is my pick for the book club I run with my friends, and it's gonna be a reread for me. I read this in November of last year and absolutely adored it, but we are having our discussion about it on Saturday. So hopefully, because it's a reread, I can read it a little bit faster, but I also want to go through and like put tabs in it and annotate it a little bit because I loved it so much the first time. And the first time I read it, I got it from the library, so I didn't have my own copy, but now I do. So that's gonna be our main 2 goals for this week is Red Rising and House in the Cerulean Sea. That's like the big goal. Yeah, that's the reading plan for this week. As far as just like my life plans updates, I worked on stuff for most of today. I took yesterday off. It was a really nice break, but today I worked from like 1 until 9, basically nonstop. So I'm very tired. And then tomorrow I know I am booked solid from 9 to 6:30. So that's gonna be exhausting, but I think I got enough like homework stuff done that I can take most of tomorrow off. So tomorrow's gonna be exhausting, and I think this week generally is probably gonna be a lot. Stuff is starting to ramp up a little bit more. Like I have another exam this week. I have more like work stuff to do. It's just a lot of stuff is starting to ramp up, which is a bit stressful, but I'm starting to get things a little bit more balanced out. I don't know, if it stays at this level of work for a couple of weeks straight, I think I'll be okay, because I think this week is going to be just slightly more work than it was last week, and last week I actually handled things pretty well. Still had time to chill out, read, relax, do all those things, and I managed to take Saturday completely off. This week is gonna be very busy for me, but I think that might just be my life now. I don't know what else I expected from a PhD program. I really don't mind being busy. I actually thrive in a bit of stress. It's just this is kind of like maximum permissible amount of stress right now. So we'll see. Hopefully I get a little bit more adjusted. But I am really enjoying reading Red Rising. I would love to finish this by like Tuesday or Wednesday. But again, we're busy, so we'll see what happens. But either way, that's how I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing here. Welcome to the vlog. It is Monday night and I haven't read anything. Woo! Next clip. Hello friends, it's Tuesday night. It is 10 p.m. I just got home. I left my apartment at 9 a.m. this morning. I have been working all day. I pulled a 13-hour day. Help. I am so very tired right now. I didn't read anything yesterday, and so far I haven't read anything today because I haven't had a chance to. I just literally walked in the door and sat down to film this because I knew if I went and like laid on my bed or changed into comfier clothes for even a second, I would not be getting anything else done. So 13 hours later, I am home and I would love to read Red Rising tonight. I want to read that book so badly. I don't know if I have the mental energy to do it. I'm gonna get in bed and I'm gonna try to do it, but there's a decent chance I'm just gonna end up giving up and like watching YouTube or something instead. But we're gonna try, because again, I feel the drive to read the book. I'm very excited about it. But in the interest of vlog content, and because I'm excited about it, I have a book package, and I'm very glad that they put it in this bag because it poured down rain all day, and I was very scared it was going to be ruined. So let's open it. My X-Acto knife is breaking. I don't have time for you to be weird today. Fixed it. Let's open it. It's Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune. I'm so excited for this book. I pre-ordered it. It came out today. I am so excited. This is the most energy I've had all day. So TJ Klune is the author of House in the Cerulean Sea, which I should be rereading this week if I can ever freaking finish Red Rising. And this is another standalone kind of fantasy of his. So I don't know too much about this plot. I saw that it was TJ Klune's new one coming out, and I loved House in the Cerulean Sea so much that I pre-ordered it. This, I do know, is an exploration of grief. So I believe this follows our main character who has just died and then ends up in this like halfway house between life and death with all of these other people, and him moving on from his life and moving on to whatever is next. And I don't know much about this, but I'm so excited to read it. I'm happy I finally have it. Yay. I should be filming a book haul tomorrow, and this will be part of it. So hopefully that book haul will have already gone up by the time you see this, because if it hasn't, I'm very behind. Speaking of being very behind, my vlog was supposed to go up on Monday. It is now Tuesday. I was going to finish it tonight when I got home, but instead I got home at 10 p.m. So absolutely not. I will not be finished editing that. So my goal now is to get done editing that tomorrow morning, and then hopefully film. Maybe. I might be able to film my, what did I just call it? A haul? This is where my brain is at today. That's a knife. Putting that down. Hopefully film a haul tomorrow, but I have another exam tomorrow and I haven't had a chance to like look over the stuff in the way that I want to. It's a take-home exam, like it's all online, so it won't be terrible and I can do it at any point during the day tomorrow. But I do need to like sit down for a couple of hours and go over the material. Luckily, I only actually have things to do for a couple of hours tomorrow, so I will have most of the day to edit and study for that exam and then take that exam, and then hopefully I'll get a chance to film, but obviously that's kind of the lowest priority at this point. But we'll see what happens. Sorry if there's not a huge amount of content in this vlog. I didn't realize I was going to be pulling the 2 busiest days of my entire program back to back. Hopefully the trend breaks tomorrow. Also, I say that like I've been doing this for a while. This is week 4. I'm only in week 4. Send help. So I've decided to do a dumb thing. So it's Wednesday. So it is Wednesday evening. It is about almost not exact words. Good Lord. It's almost exactly 9 o'clock. I have not finished all of my work for today. I finished most of it, but not technically all of it, but it's all that's going to happen tonight. My poor vlog still hasn't gone up. I have definitely not filmed the video that's supposed to go up tomorrow. I'm gonna have to change my upload schedule around because the Thursday thing just has not been happening. I need to finish making an exam. I took my exam earlier today. It went really well. Very excited about that. I'm very tired. I'm very exhausted. I have a busy day tomorrow because I think every day in my entire life is going to be busy now, but I'm gonna do a dumb thing. I think I'm gonna just try to finish Red Rising tonight. And yeah, I have almost 200 pages left. And yeah, it's 9 o'clock. But I want to finish this book. Like, not in a I need to be done with it just to be done with it kind of way. I'm enjoying it, and I feel like this book would benefit from me reading longer stretches of time, because coming in and out a chapter at a time has been really difficult. It's making it a lot harder, I think, to actually get into it in the way that I want to, and I think that this book has the potential to get me in it that much. So I want to give it its best chance and I want to read more of it. Not to mention that I need to read House in the Cerulean Sea by Saturday, and if I don't start it tomorrow, there's no chance in hell it's gonna happen. So I'm gonna try to read Red Rising tonight. We're just gonna do it. What else am I doing tonight? Sleeping? Bullshit. Do I have a busy day tomorrow? Yes, but that day does not start until 10 a.m. so a whole 30 minutes later than it usually does. So I am watching some reading sprints right now that I wanted to actually be on, but I am too busy to commit to anything. And so we're gonna finish the buddy read that I did commit to so that I can then finish the book club pick that I also committed to. I'm out of it. Anyway, I'm gonna finish Red Rising. I was sitting here wondering why the arm of my couch was so uncomfortable, and maybe it's because there's a whole book that I haven't moved since yesterday. My apartment's a disaster because I haven't had time to clean, but you know, again, we're just gonna read. Damn. Hello, everybody. I am very tired. It is Thursday evening. I say evening, it's solidly Thursday night. It's like 9:30. But I did, in fact, finish Red Rising. I did, in fact, finish Red Rising last night. I stayed up until I was done with this, which ended up being a little after midnight, which is probably part of why I'm so tired. Not to mention that I just finished working on some stuff. I've been grading papers this evening. I had class until pretty late, and then I met up to do some assignments with some of my classmates. Then I came home, ate dinner, and graded papers. I have so many papers to grade this weekend. It's gonna be great. But anyway, yes, I finished reading Red Rising. I really enjoyed this. I think I'm gonna sit on it for a little bit, but I think this is gonna be like a 4 out of 5 for me. It was not mind-blowingly amazing. The hype on this is so big, and I don't wanna say I'm detracting it because of the hype. That's not what I'm saying. But like, I don't think this quite lives up to the level that some people love it for me. But this was very solid. Like, I really did enjoy this, especially the end. I was gonna say I didn't want to put it down, but I was also determined to finish it last night. But this is such a fast-paced book, and so much happens in these under 400 pages. Like, this spans a decent chunk of time, actually, and Darrow changes so much, like, throughout the course of this. I really enjoyed seeing that. I like Darrow, and I'm very interested in the world, so I'm buddy reading this with Greg, and Greg and I have been like, well, mostly him, but both of us have been like going back and forth theorizing our conspiracy theories about like some of the structures of the government and things like that in this, and that's been a lot of fun, and I think definitely enhanced my reading experience. I'm very interested in the plot of this one going forward, because the way we ended was not kind of where I expected. Like, there's a major event, like a major trial kind of thing that goes on in this book, and I knew we were going to end after that, but the choices that Darrow made at the end, while understandable, were not what I was expecting. So I'm very curious to see where we go from here, because to me, at least, it's not super clear what the plot of the next book would be. Like, it's not like this leaves off on a major cliffhanger or with any very important events other than the general goal of bringing everything down. There's not like a major important event on the horizon, so I'm very curious to see where we go. Overall, this book, it is pretty edgy, but in a way that I did enjoy, and it felt like it mellowed out a little bit later. Either that or I just learned to embrace it. I'm not sure which, but I did like it. And I think something this book did a very good job of was making you feel for the villains. So obviously, if he's trying to infiltrate the Golds and bring them down from the inside out, most of the people he's going to be encountering are Golds, and he goes into this thinking that they're all terrible, and because of like the systemic things going on. So it's very interesting to see his relationship with them develop, and the way that Pierce Brown makes you see parts of yourself and them, or just makes them feel very real and human, which of course they are, kind of balance out this just like villainous way of viewing them. I thought that was really well done. Overall, I had a lot of fun with this. Yeah, just a fast-paced dystopia good time. But then this morning, I started reading House in the Cerulean Sea. There's not much to see because I took the dust jacket off, but I love this book so much. I think this morning I got to page 48, so about 50 pages in. And this book is just so wonderful. It's just so good. And I'm very happy to be reading it again. So I am a little bit concerned about getting this read in time for my book club on Saturday. I don't know if I've described the plot of it, but my throat is done talking today. I don't know if you can hear it. So I'm not going to do that right now. I will do it in the next clip. I will do it tomorrow when I'm awake and energetic. Anyway, I'm gonna read at least 50, probably closer to 100 more pages of this tonight. Then I'm gonna go to bed. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, so it is Saturday morning. I did not update you guys yesterday. Sorry about that, but I just finished reading House in the Cerulean Sea. I cried so many times reading this book. This book is amazing. This book is wonderful. If you haven't read this book, what are you doing? Go read this book. This is the sign to go read this book. Have you ever wanted to read something that was like so wholesome it made you cry? This book was so good. 5 out of 5 stars. I struggle to form coherent thoughts about this book. I love all of the characters. The writing in this is beautiful. This book knows exactly what it wants to be, and it just is it, unapologetically. It's so sweet. It's so good. I don't think I've described what this book is about because I meant to do that yesterday, so let me do that real fast. So this is set in kind of like an alternate version of our world in which there are magical creatures that exist. And we follow our main character Linus, who works for the department in charge of magical youth as basically a caseworker. So he goes and inspects orphanages that are meant to house these children who are magical creatures. And one day he gets an assignment from extremely upper management to go and investigate this orphanage that is supposed to house some very dangerous and like unique cases of children. And he goes to this orphanage, and while he's there, he's basically investigating to make sure that it is fit to hold children. But this story is so much about Linus figuring out who he is and what is important to him and finding joy and love. And and this orphanage is just filled with these children who have such unique and vibrant personalities and such interesting stories, and they learn so much from each other, and it's so wholesome. It is the most wholesome book I've ever read. It's perfect. It's amazing. I don't have a single negative thing to say about this book. Like, 5 out of 5 stars. This is a reread. 5 out of 5 stars. One of my favorite books of all time. Like, I tabbed the crap out of it this time. It's just, I can't overstate this enough. If you want a book that is going to make you happy, it's going to make you feel something, it's going to feel like a hug, a beacon of light and hope in this world, is this book. I love this book so much. It's amazing. I feel like I can talk longer about critiques that I have about books, like explaining what didn't work for me or why that might be. I can't for this one because I have no critiques of this book. This book is perfect and wonderful and beautiful and everything. It's everything to me. Read it. So honestly, yesterday wasn't even that horribly busy. I just hung out with people, and the fact that I needed to film a vlog clip completely slipped my mind. But we did get a good amount read this week, so I want to go ahead and wrap up this vlog. I know I don't think I had any B-roll like this entire week, maybe like a couple of sections, so sorry about that. I did not have anything interesting to film or the energy to do so. This week I read Red Rising and House in the Cerulean Sea. This was a 4-star book for me. I really enjoyed this. This is 5-star favorite of all time. So good, amazing, incredible. So I think between these two, I read almost 800 pages. So this is on track for how much I want to read in a week. I'm very, very pleased with this. This was a good reading week despite how busy it was. I think maybe I'm starting to balance things out a little bit better. Mission accomplished for this week. Did I finish this one before book club? No. Did I finish it an hour after book club? Yes, but I'd already read it, so it didn't really matter. Amazing. So good. So at the very end here, I want to go ahead and give a brief preview of what we're going to be doing next week. So I think for next week, I'm going to read Fool's Fate by Robin Hobb. I'm going to read the 3rd and final book in the Tawny Man series. That book is over 800 pages, so my goal is to start it and finish it in next week's vlog. But it'll be a bit close, if I'm being honest. We'll see if I can make it happen. So, gotta end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you've read either of these books, please comment down below. I love to talk about both of these. But I think that's all I've got for you guys today. If you want to keep up with what I'm reading, I have a link to my Goodreads down in the description below. But other than that, I'll see you guys next time.